Hi everyone. So in this video what I'm going to do is talk through the first two grammar worksheets that have been posted. And we'll start straight away. So number one, add a or an to the sentence below. So the first thing we need to do is look at the word after each of these spaces and decide if these words start with a vowel sound. Now if they start with a vowel sound, that's a, e, I, o, then we need to use an. Okay, so if these words start with a vowel sound, we need to use an. If they start with a normal consonant sound, that's any other letter, then we use a. Number two, draw lines to match the words below to the appropriate prefix. Here are the prefixes over here. So we've got tele, that's like distance or over distance, semi, which is half, and tri, which is 3. And you need to match those to the correct word to create a word you I imagine will know. Number 3, underline all the direct speech in the sentence below. So remember that direct speech, these are the words that are actually spoken. Okay, the words that a character actually says. So what we need to do is read this sentence and decide which words are spoken by the character in the sentence, the character being Dad. So which words are actually spoken by Dad, and then underline them. Alright, number 4, read this sentence and circle the adverbs. So adverbs, that's important. So verbs are doing words, and adverbs are words that tell us how those things are done. So, for example, he ran to the supermarket. Ran is our verb, but we don't know how he ran. Let's think. He's in a rush, obviously, so let's use the word quickly. He quickly ran to the supermarket. Quickly is our adverb because it tells us how he ran. So slowly and silently, the snake slithered through the grass. Find our verb. That's here, slithered. Which words tell us how the snake slithered? Clue is that adverbs often end in ly. Okay, number 5, look at the words in the table. Do they start with a consonant or a vowel? Tick one option. So remember, vowel, there are 5 vowels. We've learnt them all. The sounds that the vowels make are a, I, o, So have a look through these and decide, do these words here start with consonants or with vowels? Tick one option. Number 6, look at the newspaper article below. Circle the subheadings. Okay, our prefix sub here. Sub means under, so a heading that is under. Our main heading here, it's a heat wave, tells us about the whole article. Now maybe there are some subheadings that tells us about paragraphs or sections of the article. Have a read through the whole thing first. Number 7, change the verb in the sentence below to use the present perfect form of the verb. Okay, present perfect. This is something which hopefully you've had a look at in some of the other worksheets that I've put online. So present perfect, that means we use have or has plus the third form of a verb. Okay, that's the 3, third form. Those are things like been, eaten, drawn. Okay, the third form of verbs. So in this sentence we've got he, then we're going to use this, in Birmingham, that's a city, in Birmingham since he was very small. He. For he, do we want have or has? Have a think about that. He, and then we need the third form of this verb. Okay, the third form. Number 8, circle the preposition in this sentence. Preposition tells us where something is. So we've got 2 things in this sentence. We've got kitten and kitchen table, and there is a preposition which links the 2 together, telling us where. Okay, a little example would be, I found my cat on the mat. Let's write that. Okay, we've got cat and the mat, and on tells us where the cat is in relation to the mat. So on is our preposition. Number 9. In which sentence is the direct speech correctly punctuated? Tick 1. Only one of them is correct. Remember that the words spoken by the character are the direct speech words. We need those to have speech marks around them. Okay, so where are the speech marks correctly used? Make sure they are only around the words that are actually spoken. Number 10. What is the root word for this family of words? Now remember, root, that's the things which grow down into the ground from a tree. They're the base, they're at the bottom. So if we look at these 4 words that are in a family, there is one 4-letter word which can be found in all of them. It's the root of the other words. They grow from this 4-letter word. Can you find a 4-letter word that is in all of these? Okay, that's the first grammar worksheet done. Okay, let's move on to the second grammar worksheet. Here we go. Number 1, circle the words in the passage below that belong to the same word family as the verb care. Okay, so we're looking for words that link to care. If we read through, I'm sure that you can find those. Number 2, draw lines to match the words below to the appropriate prefix. Here are the prefixes: miss, auto, and anti. Miss implies some sort of mistake or something that's gone wrong. Auto is self or by itself, and anti means opposite. This is a little more tricky than the exercise on the last worksheet, but see if you can find it. Okay, do the ones that you know first and see what you're left with. Okay, circle the inverted commas in the passage below. Now, inverted commas are basically speech marks, like that. So you need to find the speech marks or inverted commas and circle them, please. Number 4, read this sentence. Underline the subordinate clause. Okay, a subordinate clause is a clause which isn't actually needed in the sentence. It's nice to have it because it tells us something interesting. It gives us more information. But if we took it away, we could still read the sentence and it would still make sense. Now I'm going to show you there are 2 clauses here. There's one, and there's the second one. One of these is the main clause and the other one is the subordinate clause, and we need to decide which one's which. So the subordinate clause is the one you can take away and the sentence still makes sense. Have a think about that, please. Okay, number 5, look at the words in the table. Do they use a or an as a determiner? So that just means, do we use a or an before these words? Tick one option. Remember, think about the vowel sounds. If there is a vowel sound at the beginning of the word, we need to use an. Number 6, read the passage below. Draw an arrow to where you think the author should have started a new paragraph. So a new paragraph, this means there's a space in between the sentences. We normally start a paragraph when the speaker changes, when the time changes, when the place changes, or just when the subject changes. So if we read through here, there's a clear break where we start talking about something new. I'll read it and you can probably hear it. Lots of children and families have pets, and dogs are very popular. In this article, we will discuss how you can best care for your pet dog and help it to live a happy life. Firstly, a dog takes quite a lot of looking after. As well as feeding it, a dog needs exercise, training, and companionship. So, As I read that, hopefully you would have heard there's a general introduction, and then we go into detail and we talk specifically about an animal. There is a break there. We need to start a new paragraph. Number 7, read the sentence below. Circle the verb, which uses the present perfect form. Present perfect, we've talked about it a bit already. That's when we use have or has, and then the third form of a verb. Okay? All right, so have a look through here. So you need to circle have or has, and then the third form of the verb. See if you can find it. Number 8, count the consonants in the sentence below and put your answer in the box. So remember, there are 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, U. All the other letters are consonants. Number 9, the sentences below are missing a word. Choose a conjunction, a joining word, from the box and write it in the space to complete each sentence. Have a read through. Try each one in the box if you're not sure. See which one sounds best. I'll read through them now. I am not going to school today. I am poorly. Poorly means to be sick, to be feeling ill. We went to Derbyshire to visit my aunt. We headed to Yorkshire for a few days. Okay. I invited her to play at my house. Her mum wouldn't let her come. Right. And the final exercise. Choose the subheading which best matches the paragraph. Here's our paragraph, and one of these subheadings should fit. It's either keeping your hamster clean, fruit and vegetables, feeding your hamster, or choosing a hamster. Please read this and then decide which of these subheadings fits. Only one of them fits. All right, great. Good luck with that. Have fun. Speak to you soon.